Hi, Boog. He's watching. He's definitely watching.
Oh, he's on fire right now. He's on fire.
I was an individual reached out to me during I was on Chad's stream recently.
Yeah.
And somebody told me that Boog hit them up because of a super chat.
Oh, yeah, that he's in the chat. Robert's Infinite Realms. Yeah.
Yes. Infinite Realms sent a super chat about me. And Boog reached out to him. And the way Boog introduced himself was the introduction of an individual that has an inflated sense of ego. And and he wrote soliloquies.
Have you ever heard of a detox, sir?
Oh, yeah. So,
well, then you've heard of me.
Well, when you're dealing with somebody like Boog, this guy, he's into the finest wines, the finest cheeses. He has had.
He's like Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramona.
Well, a lot of people are talking about it. Let's get into it. But let's be honest up front. Boog ain't nice. Hey guys, how's it going? So, yeah, had a little run-in with Boog. I'm not going to go over everything because it's like 36 freaking screenshots. But I'm going to go over enough to let you know why this guy is going to be the butt of some big jokes going forward. Well, those of you unfamiliar with Boog. So I first became aware of Boog around the end of the Engine of Vengeance, whenever he apparently hated the 3POA, and like every video he did, he had some dig at Bobby for existing. And he got really mad at Analog Toys because reasons, and just, I don't know, made a general ass out of himself. But, I kind of figured out who this guy was. And, since his dust up with the 3POA, he's been kind of a joke, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Fairly recently, Tony Roberts from Analog Toys was making fun of him on his Maximum Hulk video. And, yeah, I can see why. He said he invented toy photography. He said he also tried to say he started the trend of detox.
I wonder what's going to happen. I don't know. We'll see.
Did you know that Boog invented the USS flag?
And the American flag.
Dude, the newest one is, so we all know the joke, Boog invented toys and photography. He invented toy photography.
Right.
But the newest one is he invented detolfs. He's the first one to put toys in a detolf.
He's the first motherfucker to ever go to an IKEA and put toys in it.
Yes, sir.
Boog Kia. He went to Boog Kia, got a Boog Tolf, and put his toys in them.
Which turned him into a bigger joke. And since then, everybody's saying Boog invented this, Boog invented that, Boog invented the 80s, Boog invented nostalgia. It's run the gamut. And it is a long-running joke that you'll see all over the place. I ain't the first to make it. So then, on It's Chad, well, let me run it.
Robert's Infinite Realms. This guy, he puts out some pretty good video content too. Thank you for your channel membership for 11 months. As always, Robert says, "Hey Chad, glad you're back." I never left, but thank you. LP, long time no see. You didn't see this guy's fucking face last night?
I invited him on the show, Wednesday night, I think? Or last Saturday? I don't remember. No, I see Robert all the time. I see Robert. I see his videos. Yeah.
Robert is probably not coming to DFW, which, it sucks. But, yeah. All of us cool kids will be there.
Yes.
Yeah. Elite Legend has invented Shillception, which Boog will take credit for. Yeah. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you very much. And then Robert sends a $2 super chat. Thank you, Robert. You didn't need to do that. It says Boog heard Legend was on the spectrum from his mouth.
Yes, sir.
His own mouth. Yeah.
right, so the first one was my member chat, because I'm a member of It's Chad's channel. Long time, as you noticed. And I was just saying, Boog will take credit for that too. Again, running joke. Now the second one was because of this.
Boog said that you have autism, or
Yeah, Boog he likes to say that that's his way of trying to take the high road. He thinks that I may be on the spectrum, and that he's heard that I may be on the spectrum.
he heard. It's always I heard. I heard. Yeah.
But then he likes to say that these individuals need to be confronted
and cleansed. Confront them and cleanse them.
Oh, well, that's
Cleanse them? What the hell does that mean?
Boog, do you want to wash my feet?
He should contact the aldermen up in New York and have them cleanse those streets. Guys stepping over manure to get out to the train.
Now, I don't know if Ryan was joking about the cleanse thing or what, but, when Ryan mentioned this and it was confirmed, my wife turns around and says, Boog heard he's on the spectrum from his own damn mouth. Now, context on that. My stepson is on the spectrum. Good kid. Real good kid. But, yes, he is on the spectrum. And because of that, we have run into major problems with him in school before. And, yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about autism and the spectrum. So I made the joke and forgot about it. So then I get this message from Mr. Nice. He really drags it out a little bit. And I finally say, is there something I can help you with? And, he starts this shit up. I'm like going, what the hell are you even talking about in my brain? And the first thing I say, it's just a joke, man. Come on. Everybody's been saying it for months. Have you not figured out you're a joke yet? How unaware of self are you that you are a joke to everyone? Okay. But, if it wants to single me out. I don't think he messaged the 37 other people that made that same joke in that chat. The numerous super chats that have been on 3POA and It's Chad forever. At least I'm not aware. I know when this happened, the word spread. People talked about it. So it makes me think, this doesn't happen too often. So why me? That's my biggest question. Why me? Okay, so this goes on forever. This is my whole day. I think it was Wednesday of last week. It was, it was on and off. I'm sitting here trying to solve computer problems at work. And this guy is messaging. So finally, when I get done at work, I have to go back and watch It's Chad. See, what exactly did I say? I have forgotten. That's how nothing it was to me. And then I look back and I said, that's what it was? And then I just said, dude, next time you want to use autism to make fun of people, maybe you should keep your damn mouth shut. That pissed him off. Of course, he couldn't address the part about using autism to make fun of people. He instead would throw it back onto Elite Legend, which I thought this was about me and him. I think that's funny. Now, a lot of people, he's got a lot of history. You can go back and look at the Talker Art debate. That whole time, he just kept talking and talking and talking and talking, not saying anything of any substance. He kept talking about a timeline, and then he never introduced a timeline. He never said one thing that was bugging him that led up to this explosion. So, in the middle of this, I'm really like, yeah, this guy's so either narcissistic or unaware that he's not getting it. And I just said, dude, you got issues. So he replies with this. And I flat out told him, you're showing your ignorance. Because anybody knows anything about autism in the spectrum, it, you know, reading and writing is not necessarily part of it. You know, I told you my stepson, he reads and writes really well also. So don't give me that shit. Kid had 4.0 at grade point average all through high school. I mean, seriously. And while I don't want to over-explain every little thing, I mean, this one, it's easy to figure out and it's obvious. Yeah, there are some parts of the spectrum that will have that issue, but there's a lot that don't, and most don't. And that stupidity just, it did rub me the wrong way. So after a bit, he keeps saying, "Are we good?" I'm like, "No, we're not. You're an idiot." I'm not good with this guy. Come after me over a joke, basically about you making fun of somebody using autism. And I'm serious. He said like 4 or 5 times, "Are we good?" I'm like, "No, we're not good. We're never going to be good. But you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make jokes because you hate them so much." Why does this asshole think he's all that in a bag of shit? Let's take a look at his channel for a second. Because, I mean, seriously. Okay, ACBA. 38,000 subscribers. That's impressive. But his live streams, I mean, you can't crack 2,000. Some pretty low-ass engagement. Now, let's compare that to 3POA. 7,000 subscribers on 3POA. Live streams. The lowest one I see is 3,500. You get what I'm getting at? Let's take a look at our buddy It's Chad. Chad had been off for how long? 2 months? So, I mean, there you go. Let's take a look at Mr. Elite Legend himself. He doesn't do live streams, but let's take a look at his videos. I mean, it's hard to find one that is under 3,000 views. Could that be the problem? And I mean, the guy only has 6,000 subs. So, I mean, could that be it? Is the engagement that Boog is seeing from these guys makes him jealous? But he knows he can't touch them because every time he's tried to touch them, it blew up in his face. So he decided to punch down a little bit. Maybe. Who knows? I don't care. I'm making him a joke. Like with this meme. The landscape of toys is changing dramatically. The landscape of toy tubing is changing dramatically. And there's some people that are not keeping up. And either they're going to fall to the wayside, or who knows? I notice that the guys who suck up to the companies to gain access, to do all that, every one of them are on a downturn. And as far as views per subs, it doesn't take much. You just have to go and look. It's right there. Same thing's happening in the Star Wars community. And it's real easy to see. The guys who have a hot take, who like go, you know, that Acolyte show sucked. Those people are jumping. They're sitting there on their access and don't want to lose it, praising the Acolyte as being so brave and so innovative. Or bleeding subs. It's not hard to see what is happening. It's not hard to see how this is changing. And if you start looking at some of the things on Boog, Take a look at his live streams. I went in on his last one just to see. He's there 20 minutes. Tell me you don't give a shit enough to take care of your own fucking show. And also, I'm aware, he said, oh, I'm not going to say your name. I'm going to say a bunch of vague bullshit about going outside and I'm successful. And then, you know, make what some people felt was a veiled threat. You know what? He speaks so vague and doesn't really say anything substantive, which I'm pretty sure is not a word, but I'm using it anyway. That, you know, I mean, you can't pull anything from anything he says. God, this is the guy that freaked out that, you know, Talk Art said he sucked corporate dick. I mean, he wigged out. You call me gay. And you said I live in a studio apartment. You remember that? I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Talker didn't come out of that looking really great either. But of the two, let's be honest. But of course he's not going to say anybody's name because he did that with Vala and Ryan. And that blew up in his face. What's he going to do? Repeat? Maybe he's learning. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's no wonder you've become a joke. And the only time the dude ever freaking goes against the grain for Hasbro is when he sees the tide of the crowd going against the grain. Before that, he's like, oh, this is great. This is wonderful. Oh, what? People don't like it? Yeah, this is not for me. Give me a break, man. And you know, I really think what makes that worse is it's half-assed. It's like, oh, this is a great offering, just not for me. Like, commit. If it's not a great offering, just admit it and just don't say, oh, it's not for me. That's bullshit. That's how you know he's a shill. That he knows that the crowd is going so far against what he would normally do, he has to say it in a way that doesn't denounce it, but still makes it clear he's not buying it. It reminds me of all the way back to the Engine of Vengeance, which is, I think, what started all this, honestly, because Boog's the guy who said, oh, we won when Giant Man was funded. It was like, won what? Wasn't anything to win. And, you know, he at one point really implied that the 3POA killed the Engine of Vengeance. No, the Engine of Vengeance killed itself. I was all for the Engine of Vengeance at one point when someone who said they were in the know said it might be that the unlocks were going to be Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, and Carter Slade. We're like, that's cool. And it would have justified the baked-in price. What we got? No. And hell, we got 2 of those figures already, so hey, whatever. Hasbro lies, man. And, you know, everybody knows it. Everybody's awake to it now. And if you're not, you're just not paying attention. But if you look at the channels that are doing well in this storm, it's the ones that are straightforward, honest, have something to say, and are willing to say it. The typical, let's do a T-pose, ain't cutting it no more. One thing I figured out about Toy Tubing, people are only going to watch what they're interested in. If they like the new Marvel Legend that just came off the truck, they'll go watch that. But if they don't like the Marvel Legend, then be like, I don't want to see Moonstone. I don't care about Moonstone. Pulled one out of my ass there for that one. And that's how toy tubing is changing. I mean, I don't even do reviews. I do videos about the toys I acquire. And I notice it heavily. I mean, to the point, if you notice, my content is shifting a lot. And that's why. And I'm trying to find that magic button, and Toy Apocalypse seems to be picking up, so hopefully that's part of it. Future me here. Okay, I'm in the middle of editing this video, and a realization hit me going back through all those messages and everything, and this seemed like the place to put it. That entire exchange, Boog made it about himself. Didn't once recognize I kept talking about the spectrum and the joke he made and him making fun of autism, or using autism to make fun of other people. That's how unaware he was. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just right there. Just me. I'm the only person in the room. No, I didn't say my stepson was on the spectrum, but you know what? It doesn't matter. If I have to say that for him to get it, I mean, it would be utterly meaningless is the point. You know, I wasn't defending Elite Legend. Yeah, I know, hard to believe, right? But I wasn't. I never talked to Elite Legend until this happened. I talked to him after because I was like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I gotta share it. And, you know, we had a good laugh out of it. To be completely that unaware. What are you gonna do next, Boog? Make fun of Down syndrome because you find out my kid's got Down syndrome? You know, she was born with it. Go ahead, Boog. Show people what a lowlife you really are. Hell, maybe even attack my wife, because she was the one who really said it, because she was the one who was upset because you were talking about her son, or using the condition her son has to make fun of someone else. I mean, you're going to make a whole lot of enemies because people love Stacy. She cooks. You know, there are two sides to every argument. I look at one side. You seem miserable. There's no excitement. There's no life. Then I see the other side. A bunch of guys who are very friendly to each other, who make jokes to one another, who laugh a lot, and overall seem to be okay. I mean, we're enjoying what we can enjoy, but we're also honest about what's bullshit. And because when you're not honest, people sense it. People see it. It's very freaking plain. You want to live in an echo chamber? Fine. I like having different points of view around me. It's more genuine. It's more real. And sometimes you learn things you didn't know about. If you're just saying the same shit over and over, you get nothing new. Without anything new, you're just on a glider, getting ready to crash. Alright, I feel like I've explained this enough. Anybody that says, why are you making fun of Boog? That's the explanation. And that's all that's needed. You know, I made a joke and forgot about it. And would have been forgotten. Until you made it a bigger thing than what it was. And won't even acknowledge it. Making it about Elite Legend instead of what I'm talking about. I doubt you'll ever learn. But take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.